Welcome back, Mr. Goodberry. The First Star Logistics studio is fully equipped and ready to record.
Welcome back to Bengals on the Brain, presented by First Star Logistics. I'm your host, Joe Goodberry, and this is episode 260 in this partnership between myself and First Star. So if you're looking for a job in the logistics industry, head on over to firststarlogistics.com. We're going to continue our series of watching the Bengals draft prospects and watching them on film and getting an idea for what they can do, maybe what they can't do, maybe what they can offer. You know, the film doesn't always reveal all of the answers, but a lot of the times it can set reasonable expectations for these players. And I start with that because we're going to go on today's episode of the biggest reach the Bengals had in this draft. And while I thought that Tacario Davis was a slight reach, I thought Colbie Young was a major reach. And I'll tell you right now, I'll give you a little insight and background. They were considering Colbie Young with that first pick in round 4 before they traded back. So they were really high on Young, and that's a good thing. I like when the teams have that conviction that they really like this guy. But I think we've seen in the past that when the Bengals have been maybe ahead of the consensus, that's usually where their picks don't work out. And that's true for everyone around the league too. That's not a shot at the Bengals at all. The reason why the consensus has been brought up so much post-draft, a lot of that is because the data says that if you go against consensus, you are going to miss more often. But you can also hit and hit big. And I think that's what the Colbie Young picks should be looked at as. They don't need a number 1 or number 2 right now, right? They need a guy that can come in and help out Tee Higgins and Jamar Chase. And Andre Osibach for a 6th-round pick has been a pretty good pick. But we've probably seen his ceiling. And I think the Bengals would look for something more. And I don't think Colbie Young's just going to unseat Andre this year. But we're in the final year of that deal with Yoshi. And if he moves on in the offseason, which I would expect next offseason, Colbie Young can come in. And why didn't the Bengals go for a slot guy? I know they've said he can play some special teams and do some slot stuff. I don't think we're going to see that in the 2 games we're going to watch today, both against Alabama. So I'm going to try and be quick here because we got 2 to watch. What you're going to see is a big boundary outside receiver, very similar to Tee Higgins. And this is going to put Jamar Chase in the slot, where he's been extremely effective, one of the best slot receivers in the entire NFL. So can Colbie Young be that guy? Can he be that outside guy to alleviate some of this pressure on Tee Higgins and Jamar Chase? Let's dive in. 2 Alabama games of Colbie Young while he's with Georgia, because he came from Miami, Florida before that. Let's dive in. The yellow arrow right there is Colbie Young. You can see already, right, like how much bigger he looks than these other receivers. More in line with that guy, but I think that's a tight end right there. You can see how long his legs are, how long his arms are. Big body receiver. Let's cut on the tape here. I think we get 5 targets in each one of these games. So we'll probably get a bunch of routes, 15 minutes each game. You see him running vertically into the outside. A little bit of a jam. And we got a deep ball that's missed on the other side here. We don't need this angle, so we're gonna cut it and let me get control of it here. There we go. Let me go back just a click here so we can not miss, because the next target is for Colbie Young. Don't want to miss that. Now we're ready. We got a 2nd and 10 here. Colbie Young with off coverage. You're gonna see him eat up that ground pretty well there. I would say, because what's the idea here when the guy's off like this is if you can stay vertical and stay straight as long as possible, and then are you going to cut, right? Are you going to come back? What's the route going to be? So as soon as this guy starts to open up here, he's protecting that deep third. We got a deep third cover 3 situation. So Colbie Young here at this point has not gotten and not closed that ground enough, I would say, but the deep ball's coming. Can he get around this guy and make a play on it? Almost, right? That it kind of ends up being a back shoulder throw. But good job by the corner not allowing him to ever get past him. Still, you can see a little bit of body control there and ability to track that ball from Colbie Young. All right, he's at the top of the route this time. Top of the screen, I should say. And they're running him downfield as we got a handoff inside. We're going to get some run plays in here. This isn't just a highlight reel of all of his targets. I could have cut him up and just kept the targets, but I want to see, because we don't have a ton of production. So if I just cut up the targets, it'd be a 4-minute film review. I think we're going to get 5 targets in each game. So there's one already. We got a little hesitation, delay, and then go. Also, I think he's a solid blocker. So I would like to have these plays in there as well. I think it's something that Yoshi has struggled with. And if you can get a little blocking out of Colbie Young, that's a good thing. And lastly, I want to see his movement skills, right? I want to see what he looks like on the plays where he's not getting the ball every time. Trying to get off the jam there. Really struggled to get off of it, right? Didn't really have the... He's looking for an outside release, so I don't want to say that he doesn't have the creativity on his release packages, because you'll see that a little bit later. But sometimes I don't know if he has the lateral agility and explosiveness that you're looking for from like a true number one type receiver. And even on these run plays here, you can kind of see what it looks like in a release situation if you were to release downfield, right? I don't want to go too far back. This is really giving me issues today. Let's see if we can go back 10 seconds from here. Here we go. So watch him here in a diamond release. Right, I believe so. No, just upfield and then break in. My mistake. But stays with the play. He seems to have, and when they talked about his football character, you can see it in the way he blocks and stays with plays. Like, you don't get the diva feeling of a normal receiver. I mean, he is older also. He's 24 years old. There is a motion coming across. And he's able to get the screen here. And they hand it off inside instead. So we're seeing him get used in different ways. There's a little bit of a wrinkle in his game there. This is the game from 2024, if I didn't say. First one will be 2024 and then 2025. So if you're seeing like Jahad Campbell out there, you're like, wait a second. What's happening? That's what it is. We got off coverage again here. We're going to get a double move. And for a deep ball, this is going to be one of the few we're going to get where he gets some little bit of creativity. Watch him go inside, try to sell it. You do get 9 to break down. Just not enough, though. And that ball's already out and coming underneath. This play here, 9, the corner really isn't worried about the potential slant and go, because if it goes over the middle, that's not his area, right? It looked like he was in cover 3. Let's see if we can get a block here. And we do. We get a touchdown. The corner didn't look like he was interested in making a play. But Colbie Young was active and was willing to block, it looked like, if the corner wanted to make a play. Did A.J. Green wear 8 also? I'm trying to remember what number A.J. wore. And I'm talking about at Georgia, not in Cincinnati. Obviously, he was 18. Which at the time was crazy. We didn't have a lot of receivers wearing team numbers. We're going to get some Dylan Fairchild in here, actually. Didn't think about that, huh? So if we get another run play, maybe we'll watch Dylan Fairchild. Here he is coming across. Yep. Bang, there's target number 2. This is just a mesh type play, trying to pick up the first down. Everyone's kind of running as if it's a screen. The other receivers, meaning, and a mesh. There's a bunch of different levels and layers. You're going to have 2 guys, one underneath, one middle, one a little bit deeper than that. And it's really hard to cover in man because you guys will knock each other off. And even in zone, I feel like it opens it up, like in a situation like that, where you can end up with a blocker. Easy first down. This could be end of the quarter, though. Yeah, 3 seconds left in second quarter. So that's why they were playing so far off. It's not much to say here. Again, we got another type of screen to see. Screen Hail Mary scenario. See if you can get downfield. So that's first half against Alabama from 2024. Just 2 targets. One goes out of bounds. He didn't have the guy beat deep. And then we've got a little mesh play where Alabama's completely in off coverage. We got 3 more targets coming in the second half. Here we go. Start it now. He's the X receiver also. Like that, it's your typical 6'4", 215 plus guy that can run a 4.49, which, you know, is good enough. Isolated by himself. And all you've got your Z, your Y, and your slot guy all over there. Let's see if Colbie Young keeps blocking, and you can see he still stays active in these plays all the way when he's when he's the opposite guy in the field, all the way down the field. I keep forgetting to look at Fairchild. Might be fun for you to mute me, go back and watch Fairchild if you're looking for something to do in this offseason. Screen pass opposite way. Fairchild should be right here, number 53. Getting out, he's got to get the linebacker. Good job of making him turn back inside. If the play would have been blocked well and the play was more advanced down the field, Fairchild would have been in good position. Okay, top of the screen, we're in a press situation. Nice inside release, turning into a post. Now the quarterback is scrambling, and he tries to roll back with him, but the quarterback goes left on third down here. Speaking of Fairchild, if you guys are interested while we're here, I thought he was so much better. Like, towards the midpoint of his rookie year, I was like, wow, he looks a lot better than he did at Georgia. Really good fit with Scott Peters. And then, towards the end of the year, I was like, yes. That's when I was sold on Peters. Because Fairchild looked okay, and you could see flashes at Georgia. But, man, he looked so much better in everything you would write in a scouting report from him coming out of Georgia versus what you would write his rookie season would probably identify a much different player. You would say, and we'll wait to see if Colbie Young gets anything. I mean, again, pressed hardcore on the outside, right? There are some nice releases in his film. There are a lot of these, though, as well, where it looks like he struggles to get off the line. I'll get back to Fairchild in a second. Watch this here. Bang. Like, he just doesn't, he's really not threatening this guy. And I know he's just running a quick, like, comeback route towards this boundary. You just don't want to see a guy get jammed as hard as he does there. Because that corner's never really threatened. And then if you had to be the option to catch that ball, you want to win on that route. Again, same thing. Like, he is trying to get an outside release. He is getting absolutely smoked on this release. Watch him at the top. Do I get a fake inside? Yep. And then, I mean, you got to use your hands, too, in your route running. Route running is not just feet. That is a lot of hands. Going back to Fairchild, though. Let's watch him in Pass Pro here. The things you would talk about, like sometimes poor balance, overextension, maybe lateral quickness, not the best. Hand placement, not the best. Wants to wrestle guys coming out of Georgia. But the flashes of being a decent athlete, having strong hands, having good functional and core strength, all the flashes of really good blocks too. You'd be like, maybe he ends up being a boomer bust prospect with maybe solid starter upside, maybe Clint Bowling upside, let's say. To the end of his rookie year, you would say many of those issues did not show up too often. I want to go back to this play real quick. I was watching Fairchild, and I wanted to see Colbie Young. Again, outside release. Just really not threatening that corner vertically. At the end of Fairchild's rookie year, you would say that he really only lost due to awareness, repetition, experience, things that rookies would deal with. But otherwise, you saw an above-average athlete, if not a good athlete, with good strength, good functional strength, good hand placement, good power and technique. I mean, he looked really good. He looked really, really good to the point where it's like, if he made a Pro Bowl, I would not be shocked. Right now, he looks like a quality starting guard. After a rookie season is nice. So back to Colbie Young now. He's got off coverage here. Looks like cover 0 potentially. They just flip it out to the slot receiver. Let's see if Young goes out there and blocks and gets that safety. 6 is really making something happen here. Yeah, a little cover 0. We still get the play action off. Let our guy work in space. Really nice move. Is that Branch? I can't remember what number Branch was. Was he the same number last year? I can't even see it. All right, here's Colbie Young again. Off here. If this is the Bengals, we're running a slant, right? You see this, and it looks like we're potentially coming here. Bang. This is Tee Higgins all day long. Let's see if that's what this is. They fake that pitch, and that's what the route was. No reason to fake that pitch, though, and give them more time, but They come back to the slot on the other side and hit him. Open up the window with the pitch. Yeah, they definitely did. That's what the pitch is for. It opened up the window between these guys. Really got this linebacker to get out this way. Almost got this guy in the way, but that's enough window to hit that throw. So, yeah, we see middle of the field open like that in the low red zone. We're hitting slants and posts. Long drag route. Crosser, I should say. Drag is more closer to the line of scrimmage. They're fighting for that ball. Really contested situation there. What good corners were for Alabama in the last 2 years? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I should probably look this up before. And again, he's not getting a chance on these routes. These are coming out pretty quickly. I wonder if Georgia doesn't think they can protect. Let's watch Fairchild here. Yep. Pretty good job. Only gives up that pressure once the end beats his guy. Okay, top of the screen. Press situation again. Outside release. Hey, there we go. There's a good win, right? He faked the outside release. Is open for that slant. This ball is going fade the other way, and luckily not intercepted. This is a prayer type throw here, and I think that's Carson Beck, right? Yeah. Pressure in his face. He just put it up. I mean, the slant was there to Colbie Young. He could have hit that. It's 33-15, I think the score just said. So bottom of the screen here. We're going vertically on the outside. Come back. Again, I would say that he's not threatening downfield enough with his speed to really get that corner to bail out in order for you to hit that comeback easier. You want these corners to be bailing in order to really snap off that comeback. Again, right? This corner jumps to the outside, and I think he's looking at it like, okay, I was supposed to get to the outside release, can't get out there now. Now he's working inside, and it's too late. Like, everything's got to speed up. So this is 2024. Let's see how much faster he moves and processes when we get to 2025. He's got off coverage again here. Running deep. That ball is... I'm surprised that Beck throws this, to be honest with you. Let's go back just a bit. Let's look at the coverage. We got off coverage here. That safety seems to be slanting this way. Let's see if this safety goes back. So it's a single high. That's why he's like, I want to hit the boundary. Single high means middle of the field is closed. We want to hit one of these vertical guys on the outside if we can. With the corners back to Carson Beck, why not throw that ball and see if you can hit that here? Young's got his eyes back already. You can see the ball in flight. Realize it's not going downfield. Just work back and make a play on it. And he does. That's good reading the leverage, I think, of both of them. Both Carson Beck and Colbie Young here. Seeing the corner bailing out to the outside. And just laying this a little short. And maybe Beck misses. But if he did that on purpose, then it's a nice play. And I only say maybe misses because we've seen him miss. That final throw for Miami. Touchdown. We've got, what are we running? 4 verts in the red zone? Good ball placement again. He's just letting his guys make plays. Throwing it up to him. Trusting that in man coverage, or let's see if Colbie Young can dig this out here. He's going to have to block. Yeah, got one on Jihad Campbell. Let's go. We got a block there. These are the plays I remember for him blocking. Here we go. 8 right here. He's going to touch this corner. Just slow him down enough for his guys that were on the inside going out blocking this way while Colbie Young comes in here. That is Jihad Campbell that he's blocking. He's got to seal him off just long enough to allow that running back to get inside, and he does. That's a good block. It's a big block. That's what you want to see. He's running the fade here as Beck tries to go for the 2-point conversion, it looks like. Scores 41-34. 2 minutes potentially to go. And I think we only have 5 targets here, so we got 2 more. Nice blocking out there. He really drove number 1 out to the boundary. We should have 2 more targets on this final drive, unless I'm missing one. I thought it was 5 in each, so we'll count. All right, he's off on our side with off coverage, eating that ground up there, and the ball's going the other way. Nothing there. That guy's getting jammed down the field, too. The receiver that he went to, not Colbie Young. I mean, good coverage by 3. Physical, for sure. Second down. Colbie Young, top of the screen. Inside release, you got him if you want him. Can you find a window? Instead, coming back. Did he mean to throw it back shoulder? But I thought you had a window throw potentially here for Colbie Young. Right there. This guy may be in your face, but, you know, if you could lay it here, like Colbie Young get to it, you've got him open for a first down. Let's see if that 34 gets in his face. I think he could have thrown it. Little anticipation. Anticipate Colbie Young getting to that area. He would have been there. That should make this 3rd and short. There you go. Slant. Bang. There it is. That's a Bengals play right there. It's a Bengals route. A Bengals play as they'd have Gesicki, right? Let's look at this. They'd have probably T out here, Jamar right here, and Gesicki right here. And then you put Colbie Young in this position. Because we've tried to do this a lot with Andre Osivas, right? Think of the final in the Chiefs 2024. Had to be 2024 because Jermaine Burton caught a deep ball in that game. And it's just, they're on the different timing, and I don't think Yoshi ever gets his hands on it cleanly. Never gets his eyes on that ball quick enough. So there's Young, just getting inside, being a big body. I don't think he's got the speed or athleticism to be a dynamic number 1 or 2. But can he be a big body number 3 with good ball skills that can win 50-50 balls, back shoulder balls, slants for Joe Burrow? Yeah, I think he can do that. Here he is. We got off coverage again here. Let's see it. Yes. Go for it. To tie up the game. Man. Did he catch it? No, I thought that ball was dropping, but the way no one really celebrated here. I want to go back to the route once we figure out if he caught this or not. Oh, he jumped into him. I mean, come on. All right, let's go to the play here because this is the biggest play. This should be his 5th target of the game. This should be the final one. And we can go on to the next game. I mean, you got him. If you could hit that throw, you got him. He got on top of him. That's good build-up speed there. I think that's the first time we saw his 4.49 speed. Yeah. I mean, the only thing you can really do there is be more physical getting back to the ball. 52 seconds left. Let this play out. He's at the top of the screen. So is he getting another target here? Are we wrong? Am I wrong? Was there a 6th target here? I'm glad I didn't skip out of it then. Because that looked like him. Yeah, top of the screen. My math could be wrong too. He's just running a vertical ball. Gets picked off. So I'd like him, both of these last 2 vertical balls, I'd like him to be more physical at the catch point. Go up and go get it, right? Go make a play. Don't get boxed out. I mean, that's a really good catch away from his body for the corner. But go make that play, Colbie Young. Be big. That's what you are. Be a big receiver. And the next game here, we're in red this time. Colbie Young is number 8 still. I believe it's another 5 targets in this game. Quickly snaps that off. Would have been open. Ball gets handed off inside. No other Georgia prospects for us to watch for the Bengals this time around. Right? We had Fairchild in the last game. They didn't go with Micah Morris late. Was a guard I really liked, but they ended up with Brian Parker. We got a little out route here. Bengals run this a bunch, even with the coverage coming underneath from the linebacker. 42, you'll see dropping into this zone. And they'll try to hit these low percentage balls. But for Burrow, it's a high percentage because number 1, his receivers are good. Number 2, he has great ball placement. And it looks like Colbie Young drops that one. Or I know he had a drop in this game, so that might be it. Or bobbles it or whatever. But catchable. Got vertical there versus the cover 2. They could have hit the whole shot more than likely. Maybe. But this ball ended up being over the middle right here. And almost picked off. Why you don't want to go to these throws. There's Zachariah Branch, number 1. Yeah, that couldn't have been him in the previous game, I don't think. This guy looks a lot quicker. Yeah, snap it off. There it is. See, okay, in the first game, we were talking about how he didn't really threaten downfield. So we want to see development, right? Of course we do. Watch him get up here and get up to full speed pretty quickly now. So right there, you really feel like he was going vertical. He was straight up and accelerating downfield. And then for him to snap it off here very quickly and come back, you can see right now he's maybe in step 1 or probably step 2. And then bang, bang, 3, 4 turn. I mean, he's wide open, easy completion. It's a very good route. He sold that deep one very well, much better than what we saw last season. Making himself a very available target for the quarterbacks. That's target number 2. He's blocking here. So some good effort on that as the running back gets an explosive up the middle of the field. Man, that guard is massive. That left guard is absolutely massive. And I think that's Micah Morris. All right, we got off coverage here on Colbie Young. Hits the slant. It's open. They go to the... You got 2 verticals basically running here. One of them is going to be a hole shot. And the receiver gets hit pretty good here by the corner, number 1. His name Johnson or Jackson. We saw him in the last game. Seeing him again here. Blocking. Let's see. Can you get this block? Decent enough. Yeah, there you go. Continue. There you go. It went from decent enough to good block by Colbie Young. Helps when you've got a shifty guy that can read it really well, like Zachariah Branch does here. You know, right? Use your blockers to your advantage. Use them to wall off the defenders. Makes your blocks look much better. All right, Colbie Young down to the bottom of the screen. We got to run again here. Let's see if he comes across and helps blocking as we've got an explosive potential here. Yeah, stay with it. Go get some. Just well blocked. And then Johnson's out there on his own. Johnson or Jackson. Not sure who it is. Number 1. We'll come back to this when they draft him next year in the first round, the Bengals. Oh, there it is. Yes, sir. So, we had a double move last game. Didn't really get the corner. The corner was also not in one-on-one situation where the corner before had to protect his deep third, right? We had a safety in the middle and then this guy deep. But here, this is more bang, bang. I mean, I don't know why his eyes turned inside, but it looked like they were all one-on-one across. And Colbie Young here really sells this slant. We've run this slant with the X receiver how many times now? So bang, really sold it. 1 plant, 1 foot in the ground, and get upfield. And boy, did he. Great ball, great throw, touchdown. Excellent route. Really sold it. Really looks good in and out of his breaks there. He looks quicker, faster, more agile than what we saw even last year. He's 23 and some change. So he's a full-grown athlete at this point. See if he gets a block here, stays with it. Just running with this guy, make sure if they need him, he's willing to lay that block in there. But I don't want to undersell that play there. That's a very, very good route and catch. If he can do that, isolated one-on-one, which he's going to get in this offense, that's huge. You can see why the Bengals would see that and be like, yeah. We got a fumble. Looks like it. Bottom of the screen. Blocking again. And we're 3 targets in. So I think we only have 2, maybe 3. I think 2. I think the reason we ended up with an extra 1 in the last game is because 1 may have been classified as a throwaway. Definitely wasn't a catchable target in the last game. I think we ended up with 6. All right, top of the screen. Looks like corner's bailing. We got inside release. Snap it off. Bang. Much better again. All this, he looks like, and that's good after the catch. Really good after the catch to fight for that extra 2.5 yards to get this first down. But him just getting in and out of his routes, cutting and snapping them off right there, making himself available. I mean, that's Tee Higgins, right? That's what that looks like. And when I say that, that's not disrespect at T. I understand how good T is. I'm saying when a guy is 6'4 plus and as heavy as they are, it is hard to, number one, look like you're accelerating. It is hard to look like you're running fast. It is hard to break and change directions and break down and control that speedometer a little bit. Get down, get back up. And T can do that really well. T, AJ Green, right? The big receivers we've had that have been really good, they have real good control over their body and their speed control. It looked like he wanted to go to Young. The corner was on him really good there. And really good control of their agility and balance when you're that size. So the flashes of it from Colbie Young are a good thing. Oh, here we go. This is slant city, right? Or slant. Let's turn a slant into a... Oh, yes. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Turn a slant into a fade ball. So we're going to go post corner. Real quick post corner. So slant, fade. Bang. Really sell it inside and go for it. Didn't really sell it, I would say, going inside. Maybe an extra step. He's just trying to run that guy out to run play. All right. He's tight to the line this time. He's got a D end here. Can he block him? He and Monroe Freeling. They do their job. Run goes the other way. And it stopped. Looking at 4th down now. Let's see if Georgia goes for it here. Running back kind of cut that one all the way back inside, I think unnecessarily. 4th and 2. Here we go. He's lined up all the way wide. We got 4 wide receivers. Oh, that's not going to work. But I want to go back to the route here. So the Bengals have run this a bunch. And instead, we'll take this guy back to the corner. So what the Bengals will do is really sell this, cut horizontally at the line of scrimmage or at the goal line and run it to the corner. And Burrow will lay it out here. We've seen that a bunch of times with different guys, from Tyler Boyd to Jamar Chase to Tee Higgins. That's what I thought Georgia was going to do here. Let's watch. Right there, and then, but he wanted to hesitate and then go inside. He held him like crazy. That corner held him like crazy. Yeah, there's the flag. There it is. We did get it. And that's why they had to just check it down to the running back, because they held Colbie Young. Okay. He's isolated bottom of the screen. Coming in to help block. Just gets a piece of the defender. We'll take that. It's a 10-yard gain, first down. Let's see him come in on the left side here for a block. Just a little bit. 20 seconds left now in the second quarter. So we're moving, trying to see if we can get an explosive play here maybe. Colbie Young down the field. Let me give it to him. Let's see what happens. Right? Okay, third quarter now. Dragging across the middle of the field. You got a window there. He doesn't like to do it. It's a different quarterback this time. But last time Carson Beck didn't want to throw back into the trash. This guy doesn't either here. Could you do it, though? Could you get Colbie Young? No, 42 played is in good position. Top of the screen. Oh, we got a reverse. No, fake reverse. Keep blocking, Colbie. Keep blocking. Man, nice play. Good execution. Got a little block out of Colbie Young there, just enough. Man, that fake really got him. Those linebackers just froze when they saw there's Colbie Young right here. Just getting enough of number one so one doesn't make the tackle. Big explosive for the Bulldogs. Got off coverage here. Let's see. We got a post. We got a little slow play in it here. It's got to be a run. Another nice explosive run for the Georgia offense. Pick up 10 on first down. Everything looks like it's going that way. He cuts it out to the outside. That's the second time now. Number one has kind of been sucked inside a little bit, and they bounce it out. And he's not completely getting fooled. He's just a little too far inside. Oh, we got a fade. He was selling that fade all the way. I like when receivers on a run play will sell it. And maybe it's an RPO. Doesn't look like it to me. But when receivers will just sell that thing all the way, I like it. Because it never really gives the corners the chance to say, I can sit here and take a play off. Oh, this must be a run play because he's not really running it. Oh, this must be a pass play because he's coming out of his stance hard. Just short. We should get a goal line situation again here. I'd love to see a fade ball to Colbie Young. Let's see those ball skills. Ah! Nice hard run. Tough running. Yeah. Guys are just falling off you right there. 24-21 game. Georgia with the ball back near midfield. And we're running this ball again. Alabama hasn't been able to stop them, so makes sense they're going to keep going to it. As we're watching Colbie Young here, what do I think the wide receiver split could look like this year? Obviously T and Jamar are leading the top two, the 100 targets each plus, right? Jamar could get 180. I do think we'll still see Yoshi and Gesicki as that split wide receiver 3. As long as Gesicki's healthy, they like him. They like to go to him. There's a big shot down the middle of the field and dropped. Big drop for Georgia. But who could come in? We see Mitch Tinsley, Charlie Jones a little bit, Tanner Hudson as wide receiver 4 when they want to go to move tight end types. Could we see Jack Endries get in there and Colbie Young? Honestly, if Endries had more targets than Colbie Young, I wouldn't be shocked this year. Maybe that's a take. I'm going to save that one. That's a take for later in the year. Jack Endries will have more targets than Colbie Young. But I do think Young will still be firmly behind Andre Iosivas. Does Yoshi have some drops in his game? Does he have a game where he runs the wrong route or Joe gets frustrated with him? If that's the case, then maybe Colbie Young starts to get inserted. If T misses time, good replacement for T is Colbie Young. Or maybe that's just the game where they go heavy at tight end. That's where Jack Endries gets the targets. We're going to do Jack Endries next, by the way. There's a little screen pass for Colbie Young there. Runs hard, running tough, big body. Only gets 2 out of it, maybe 3. There we go. Good. Give him some time. Quarterback's running for his life there. For no reason, I felt like you have a deep route and then you have a deep crosser. I thought the crosser was going to be there for him. Let's see where his eyes were. I'm talking about the QB here. There's the crosser. Yeah, pressure is just getting to him, I guess. But if you anticipate it, you can hit it. You got to see it before it happens, Andy Dalton. He is wearing number 14. Another slant for Colbie Young. Doesn't get the target there, so the run goes inside. What do we think about the one leg sleeve? Colbie Young's wearing one. The one defensive end's wearing one. One arm sleeve, sure. One leg sleeve? I don't know. His releases look better this year, right? You've been watching him when he's getting in his press. I'm trying not to stop every play here because we're gonna have a long episode. But if you're watching him still, the releases look cleaner, look crispier. He did deal with an injury. He did get suspended. All those things will slow you down. Could be a factor in a lot of things. They're running with this QB. (24-21). Clock's ticking. Oh! I wanted to see him stay on his feet and see if he can get to the corner. Good pursuit from the backside. Okay. See if Georgia can go down and win this thing. Quarterback's running for his life right away. I mean, we're not even looking upfield and looking at our targets here. We talk about production, right? And we say, well, Carson Beck, solid college quarterback, but not great. And I'll be honest, I don't know who this guy is. So maybe he's a future top prospect or something like that. But just in this game, there's no signs of it. Oh, yeah. Can't hit that comeback route there. Bang. Did he catch that? As I'm talking crap about the quarterback, what a throw. That's Gunnar Stockton, isn't it? I have heard that name. Now that I look at his last name. Good throw. Good hit. Good catch. Football. I miss it. Oh, I missed that block there. It's got to be an RPO screen run. Package play for the quarterback because Colbie Young on the right side here looks like he wants to come in and take off 18. Is that it? Yeah, he misses though. Just as the play's coming out of focus. Down to just a couple plays left here in the game. Georgia's still down by 3. Colbie Young, there we go. There you got 7 coming across. Nope, you don't because the other guy jumped on it. Okay, we got a first down. Clock should stop there. Keep it moving. I feel like we're going to run out of time. Georgia's going to lose this game. I don't like it. Yeah, you got to check it down. What do you got? 2-man route combo plus check down. 5 minutes left. 4 minutes left. I'm sorry. We're down to our last couple plays here. Screen to Colbie Young. Oh, makes first guy miss and just has to try to power through. Not much happening. Not getting off that one. I like that he makes first guy miss here, showing a little bit of athleticism to slip that guy. It's a defensive end, so. Last play here. That's it. That was the last play. And that's our Colbie Young film review. The Bengals' second 4th round pick in this year's draft. Again, a depth player at wide receiver. Could potentially be wide receiver 3 for them in a year or two. We'll see how he develops and see how he goes. He was the lowest graded prospect we had them drafting. He's also the biggest reach based on consensus. So again, those are things that don't go well for you typically, but we just need complementary players. It's different. Like our process is looking for guys that can be future starters or all pro, Pro Bowl type players. He doesn't need to be that to be worth the pick. Like Andre Osivach didn't score well for us. He's worth the pick. There's other guys that, like from the same draft, Charlie Jones didn't score well for us. 4th round pick. Was he worth it? That's a good question. He's a really good kick returner, punt returner. And I know some people don't agree with that, but he has like the highest kick return average in team history. He's got multiple kick return touchdowns and punt return touchdown. But should he have done something at receiver? No doubt about it. And if Colbie Young never does anything at receiver, it's not going to be worth it because he's not the type of return man that Charlie Jones was when he was drafted. Still, my point remains is we're hoping for more than what Charlie gave on offense. If he can give you what Andre Osivach has given you in 3 years, you would take it. So at this point, I guess we're just, you're hoping he can be a big body receiver, make plays, and compete and push that room forward. If he can, I'm fine with it. The other picks are going to be what this draft is based on for the Bengals in a lot of ways. Until next time on Bengals on the Brain, presented by First Star Logistics, where we're going to go into it. I said Jack Endry's one of my favorite picks of this draft after Brian Parker. If you missed Brian Parker one, go back. Until next time. Hooday.